Hello, everybody. There we go. I got it turned up. We are going to do something tonight, and they'll be a little bit bigger than this. Let everybody see there. We need a little bit of brown too. Let me get some brown here on my board. Hey, Leona. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see, did I get it? Yeah, I've got a pen here. I hope it writes. Yeah, it'll write. Making sure I have something to write down here. Okay, we're gonna make a bigger version of this right here. This is a dogwood bloom. And if you look at the bloom, it's almost like a little heart shape, roughly. It has a couple little places there in the middle, and it has a green and brown, yellow stamen in the center of it. We're gonna make some bigger versions of this one right here. And I have already made one. I haven't made these in a while, so I had to double check myself. I made these a long time ago on a video, and I thought I'd bring them back. And I have this piece of greenery. It actually came in like 2 other pieces that come with it. And I decided to use this as my base because it kind of has the same shape as the dogwood flower stem or leaf. But you can see I've already made one right here, and it's a bigger version of that. And we're gonna make some and put on here. And I'm gonna show you how I did it. Let me set this aside right here so we can make our pieces. And let me turn you down here just a little bit. Hey, is it Arietta? Hope I said that right. Yep, I told Char a while ago, I said, you're not going to believe what I have already got set out to make tonight. After I did my craft around the clock, I had to laugh. And I thought, well, maybe I need to think of something else. And I thought, no, this is typical me and Char. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Jeff is in there laying down. He's not feeling too great tonight. This is just a white cupcake holder. This is a little waxy paper from Dollar Tree. I had a package of those. And we're going to use this as our center. And let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to paint the inside of the center just some green. And let me pull it back so you can see my palette here just a little bit. I don't really have a whole lot of room, but I'm going to show it to you. This is some paint here I've got laid out. I made some red, blue, and purple and kind of made my burgundy color. I've got some green and yellow and a little bit of brown. We're going to start out with our green.
This might answer your question. Deep purple genres include rock, heavy metal.
Alexa, stop. That scared me. I didn't ask her anything. Yes, it is a dogwood flower. You guys know I don't talk to her very often because last time I talked to her when I was on a live, she chewed me out. And I guess she thought I was talking to her. Okay, I'm just taking my green here and my yellow and just kind of going around the center edges right here, mixing a little bit of yellow in with my green. And then I'm gonna flip it over and we're gonna do the other side. And it's okay if it gets wiped off a little bit, that's okay. It's got plenty of paint on it. We're just gonna do both sides. It does kind of seep through with this little well, I can't say that tonight, cupcake holder. This is gonna be our little center part. And we're gonna dry this real quick. I like making coffee filter flowers. That's right, Diane. It's just something that happens every once in a while with she and I. I had to laugh and she had to laugh. Okay, when you dry this, it kind of gets a little stiff, and that's okay. We're going to take it and we're going to fold it in half, matching at my seams, and I'm going to put a good crease in that. Hey, Agatha. And I'm going to fold it again. Then I'm going to fold it again. And then I'm going to take another brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of this brown. And I'm just going to kind of hit the top edges of my flower here, because it has kind of a little brown looking top of that green. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go ahead and cut my fold right here. And I come to right up here to the tip. Just pretty close to the tip of it. Then I'm going to keep my fold together and I'm going to take and just cut little bitty slices in that folded. And if a couple of them falls out, that's okay. We're going to have plenty. Just like that. I just folded those and just made all my little tops right there. Then I'm going to open it up carefully, because that brown paint is still a little bit wet at the top. And we got our center part. So I'm going to take my center part here and we're going to start rolling it. And just try to keep your pieces straight out so you don't bend them. If you bend them, that's fine. I just try to keep mine out. I'm just rolling it all the way around that center point. Keeping my ends up here. And keep rolling it. And then when I come to the end of it, I'm going to take my hot glue gun and put a little bit of glue along that strip there. And then I'm going to glue the end of it down. And there we've got the center of it. We can cut that down, but then when we cut it down, make sure we dip it and make sure we get some more brown back on it. And then we have our little center right there. Just like that. Then we're going to take our coffee filter, and these you don't have to paint. You can leave them natural just like they are. Or if you want to make a pink one, you can paint these pink. You can dye them pink with food coloring. But these are the big ones, and we don't need one this big, so I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to fold it again, keeping my edges straight. Then I'm going to fold it again. And I'm going to make this a smaller coffee filter. So I'm going to take off about 1 inch, and I'm just going to follow that curve all the way around and make it smaller. So let me show you here on this one. We have it right here in this, fold it in half again, and then fold it in half again, keeping our edges straight. And it's going to look just like this. Right, here's our folds. We have our folds right here on this side, right here. You want to just start here on this folded side and make your curve and come around. And then on this, you're going to go all the way down. So we just took a little bit off the top, but we came around, and then we came about 2/3 of the way down right here. We might need to come down just a little bit more. Just like that. Then when we open it up, it looks like a heart. And we should have like 4 petals right here. You can make these as big or as small as you want. We got 4 petals right there. Then what you do, the center of those usually have like a dark brown, a dark purple on the ends there. And I'm going to take a diaper wipe here, and I've got some of that dark purple that I made up. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm turning my brush sideways. I'm just going to kind of touch right in here in the center. Just like that. And I'm going to do both sides of it. Just like that. Just a little bit of color in the center there. Just like that. I like to just pull apart flowers and I figure out how to make them. And this is, the color's going to go right in the center of that little heart. Just like that on both sides. Doesn't take much paint. So I'm going to go ahead and take my blow dryer and I'm going to dry that real quick. And it won't take long. Whoop. And we've got our center here. Hey, Faith with Laurie. Oh, I love dogwood trees. Okay, this right here is going to be a little bit too tall. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it down a little bit to where I just have my center. And I should have probably glued up a little bit higher. Let me re-glue that. You see some of my pieces are falling out, but that's okay. He's in there resting right now. He's still pretty weak. He's got dialysis again tomorrow. I doubt they'll take off 13 pounds like they did Monday, but I'm sure they're going to take off a little bit more. Since he has been on dialysis, and it's been a year ago this month, he hasn't ever had a lot of fluid on him. But since we've had COVID in January, and then he had pneumonia 2 weeks ago, he's just retaining a lot of fluid for some reason. Hey, Marcia. Okay, I'm going to take my hot glue gun, and I'm going to come right down here in the center, and I'm going to make me a line. Just a small line, about 1.5 inches, about 1 inch on either side. I'm going to take my center, and I'm going to take that glue line, and I'm going to come up on either side of my center there. And I'm just going to pinch it, just like that. Thank you for the prayers. We sure do appreciate them. Now I'm going to take my flowers, and sometimes you may want to cut down your stems just a little bit more than what we've got here. Sometimes they need to be cut just a little deeper to make them go good. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to pinch it this direction. And it's going to kind of look like that a little bit. Then I'm going to start pulling my pieces up. And I'm going to just pick one that's going to be my first piece. And it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to put a little dot of glue right here on that center seam. And I'm going to pull it up. And just hold it there for just a second. Don't get burned like I just did. Yeah, he definitely needs a prayer. He just doesn't feel good. He'll have to be up in the morning at 4 o'clock to go to dialysis. And I put that one there just on the opposite one. I try to do opposite. That way when I hold on to him, it just seems to work better. Hey, Mary. Then I'm going to turn this way. And we'll pull that flower down. Put a little bit of glue there. And then I'll make sure these leaves come out and around. That one comes around that one. You may have to just kind of manipulate them a little bit right there. And we got our third one in. And then I'm going to fold these flower edges inward right there. And glue that one. And have that one come up. And then I'm just going to pinch it all around. And it's going to look just like that. That may be a little bit too green. You can always lighten your green up. To me, it's a little bit too green, but that's what I had down here, so that's what I'm going to use right there. Then I'm going to find, like I did right here, I'm going to find me another bloom. And it's easier if you find a leaf, put a little dot of glue on your leaf, and then where I've mashed this flat, I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it right on that glue and let it sit on that leaf right there. Thank you, Agatha. And then we've got our second one right there attached. Now the cherry blossom, we're gonna make cherry blossoms one night too. But the leaf right here is a little bit lighter than this dogwood right here. But we have the right kind of shape, and that does have kind of a green. Not quite as bright as this one, but thank you, Mary. And there we have another dogwood. And I'm gonna make three more for this stem right here real quick, and then we're gonna put it in a vase. So you just take, I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 of them real quick. And I'm gonna lighten that up just a little bit. I've got some white there, make it a lot lighter. Okay. That's a little lighter. That almost looks like a mint green. I'm just taking it and just painting it down here. Let me go a little bit further into the center. Then I'm going to turn it over. Maybe a little bit of that yellow. And put some of this yellow here on the back of it. And I'm going to wait and put my brown on it, show you how you do if you do your brown later, how you can do that. And there's our first one right there. That's just kind of a whimsical, haphazard way to make the center. Oh, I love to do pansies and roses too. I also like doing magnolias and the glads. I made some peonies. I have a video where I've done peonies. Okay, I got this a little bit lighter. Now, if you have a coffee filter that's smaller, you can use that for the center as well. Sometimes I use the rolled up pieces that I cut off. I've done that before. It works. This one's a little lighter. And I'm making a big old mess here. That's all right. That's what this surface is for. Okay. There's our second one. We're going to lay it here and let it dry. Here's our third one. I tell you what, for our third one, let me just use one of these right here. This is one of the pieces that we tore off. Same thing. If you don't have the small coffee filters, just paint one of these up. Now you'll only need half of it. You'll only need one. You can actually get 2 out of this. You'll only need this much, half of one. Let's paint this up. A little bit in there. Let's turn it over. Let's paint some more there. Those messages keep popping up. I think I'm going to start going back to my earlier time of 8 o'clock. It just seems easier. Okay, there we go. Let me dry these pieces here. Rub that green around a little bit. Yeah, more watches at 8 p.m., that's for sure. Now tomorrow night I am going to be on at 7 p.m. I'm on with 6 crafters. Yeah, you can do this too. This piece right here is the piece that I tore off. And these right here are the cupcake liners. Oh, you're welcome, Wendy. But tomorrow night I'm going to be on at 7 p.m. I'm got asked to go, I'll go live on my page and they'll share it in there. It's the March Madness event with Jane. I cannot say her last name, but she has the page Sustain My Craft Habit. And she asked me to participate along with 5 other crafters. And herself, and I know 3 of them, is going to be Beth with Rekindle Blessings, Royal Funky Junk with Kathy and Chris Hunter. And then Jane with Sustain My Craft Habit, which I think is a really neat name for a craft page. And there's one other one, and it has totally slipped my mind, but I'm going to put the graphic up here after this video here tonight. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this one. Just cutting some little bitty pieces. And I forgot to cut my center, but there's that one. Now this one, what you want to do, this is that piece that we cut off. I'm just going to come in and make little cuts. I could have folded this in half and did it, but I'm going to do this separately. You just make tiny little slits, just like that. And that way you don't have to look for something else. You can just use a coffee filter. We may not even need this much right here. I'm going to use just that much right there. This is the same way. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it. I'm going to start rolling my piece. And to keep this short one all the way contained, I'm going to put a little bit of glue all the way around it. And then when I roll it, I'm going to keep my edges straight. And just roll that little bitty piece up. I just about have my Mevo cameras figured out. And see, we got that little piece right there. Now, if some of your pieces are a little big, you can go ahead and clip them. Like that one right there is a little thick. Just clip it. I'm going to just kind of pinch it here at the bottom. Use my fingers and kind of rake it out. I'm going to get my brown paint here. Oh, I didn't do brown on the other one. And just kind of touch the tops of edges of that centerpiece. Because it's kind of brown, black, just like that right there. And let's roll this one. Got a glue hair there. Let's put some glue right there and roll that over. Just like that. Okay, I've got hair all over, or glue all over. Okay, let me open that up. I'm going to open this up right here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. And I'm going to go ahead and just fold it back over. So we don't have so much to roll right there. Okay. Okay, make a little bit here on the end. And there we go. I think I want to bunch that up just like that and maybe just kind of dip it in that brown. Let's see how that does. I think it's all right. Kind of got on there. Let's do this one. We'll bunch it up. I'm kind of dip it in that brown. Then we'll kind of dust it off with my diaper wipe. I think that came out okay. All right. I've got one here already cut. We're gonna, nope, that's not the right one. Yep, that's the right one. Right here. Let's go ahead and paint our centers up. I'm putting it right on a diaper wipe. So I kind of got the front and the back on the leftover paint there. Okay, let's let that one set and dry, and let's cut two more. Like I said, we're going to fold it in half. Fold it in half again, matching all your pieces up. And then fold it again. And you can buy those smaller coffee filters. I usually just grab the first one I see. Hey, Debbie. So we got our 4 pieces here, and here's my folds right here. Come up and down. I think I messed this one up. Nope, it's right. Just like that. Fold it up. You can cut these down and make little bitty ones. You don't have to make the great big ones. Okay, here's my folded edges, not the folded side, the folded edges. Come over. Come down, and we got our 4 pieces. Looks like just 4 little hearts. I'm gonna hold these pieces together while I paint them. Let me get a little bit of water here. I think that'll be all right. We're gonna do 2 petals at a time and get these painted. Just a minute, Gibbs, I'll let you in. He's whining. He had to go out for a little bit. And now he's ready to come back in, and he sounds like he's been wounded. I'll let him out to go to the bathroom. There we go. That went really quick. So we have all 3 of these. Let's dry them just really quick. Move that out of the way. And it doesn't take much to dry them. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to put just a thin layer of glue. Here's my center, and I've come out about 1 inch on either side. I'm going to cut that point off because I kind of want the blunt end. I'm going to take my center and stick it right down the middle. Bring up that glued line. Come over here and bring up this one. Just like that. And we're going to hold it for a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my petals a little closer to the center. That just makes it easier to wrap around. Just clip down about 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to fold these 2 in that I've got glued. Just fold them in. Then I'm going to take this one, put a little bit of glue, and bring it up and let it wrap around these two right here. Then I'm going to take this one over here, put a little bit of glue, just a little line of glue, bring that up, make sure those two are tucked in, and wrap that one around. And then I just pinch it. The rice paper code is Lisa, capital letters. And that gives you a discount. Whoops, I glued that all the way up there. A little too far. Now I just kind of open them up just a little bit right here. Thank you for ever letting me know that. Thank you, Linda. Anyway, and there we have another little dogwood. You can just kind of play around with your petals just like that. Let's set that one right there and let's do another one. Let's cut the tip of it off. Let's make our line of glue. And we're going to come up one side and bring the other side up. And then I'm going to clip my petals on either side down. Like I said, it just makes it easier to wrap around the petal next to it. And when you have it glued to your base, you're more apt not to cut through it. Okay, let's fold those two petals in. Just like that. Well, let me get my little center in there. And I'm going to take a little bit of glue right here. Fold that up. A little bit of glue right there. Fold that up. And then I'm just going to pinch it. All those pieces together. And then just start pulling out your petals. Just like that. And I read somewhere that sometimes they'll have 5 petals. Okay, yeah. Okay, here's our piece that we made out of the center. We don't even have to cut it off. Put that in. Let me clip down just a little bit. Just a little bit right there. Let's come up the center. And bring that one up. And then come over on this one. Sometimes I have to look and see where I'm at here. Bring that one up. And then I'm just going to pinch it. Just like that. And these are really pretty if you make little tiny ones. You could cut your things down, your coffee filters down quite a bit if you wanted to. And like I said, our Walmart, I noticed they have 2 sizes. And I have done some pink ones, and I wish I could have found them. I think I got them out in a box. Okay. Let me move my paint brushes here out of the way and all this paint. I don't want to get it all over. There we go. And what did we do? Here's our. Okay, let's put one right up here. And I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put some glue right here on that stem. And I'm going to set this one right there in that stem, the stem part. And then I'll take this leaf right here and put a little dot of glue to hold it. I'll take that one right there, and that'll hold it on there. So it's kind of sitting right in the middle of those leaves right there. And then I'm going to do this one. It's a little smaller. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to attach it to that leaf, and I'm going to kind of turn it out that way just a little bit. And the same thing up here. I'm going to take a dot of glue on this leaf, kind of hold it. Then I'm going to take a little piece on that leaf and hold it right there. And nobody's going to know that you're kind of holding it with some glue. We got two up there. And let's put our last one. Let me put a lot of glue on this one. Just about out. My niece cleaned up my craft space here, and I don't know what she did with my glue sticks. I'm sure they're here somewhere. Let's see, let's come up here on this up here. Maybe I have just enough to finish this one. Put a little bit of glue right there. I'm gonna set that leaf on there. And that one right there. And I'll kind of hold that one in just like that. Now there we made a cute little branch. Just like that. You could take some extra pieces of your leaves right here and attach to the back, and you won't see your backs there to hide it. That would be an easy thing to do. And then I have this vase right here that I did. And I probably need to move you back just a little bit here. Let's see. And there you go. Right here we can see we have it in a vase right here. I got you pulled up just a little bit too close tonight. Anyway, that's how we made our little magnolia blossoms. Quick, simple, and easy. I could take this piece right here off and wire it up here somewhere, have it up here. If I had enough glue, I could glue it, but I don't. Let me see, maybe I can get enough out just to tack it on there. Take some floral wire and add some more stems in here. That'd be easy to do. There we go. Let's see if I can get that on there. If I had more glue, I could stick it on, but I'm just about out. Let's just stick it back down in here. Anyway, if we had some floral tape, and I had some here on my table, we could take this one and move it up, just like that. And that would just be a really easy way to do it. Sarah, my surgery is the 23rd. Do I have any extra shamrock? No, I wished I did. And I think they're sold out right now too. This isn't, floral tape, but I'm going to use this piece of jute. Well, let's just see if we can get that on there. There we go. I should use a piece of jute on it. Anywhere, there is our little magnolias, or our dogwoods. Simple and easy to make. Let me show you if you wanted to make a smaller one. Here's how I'd make the smaller one. I would go ahead and take, if you can't find the smaller coffee filters, you already have this center part right here. And I would go ahead and cut that much off right there. And then you can just, I just about went the wrong side there. You can make a smaller one right here. You can make a smaller one just by using your circle right here to make a smaller one that would be, excuse me, more like this size right here. Just like that. Anyway, you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And have a great evening. Bye-bye.